My name's Scott Shepard, and the name of the store is Time Traveler Records. I grew up collecting records, and I had a pretty good collection when I started my own store way back in 1980. I started my first ever store with mostly my collection of records that I had. A pretty large, extensive one. I mean, I had a couple thousand albums that I'd been collecting since I was a kid. And when I was real young, I didn't take really good care of them, but by the time I got to be, about 15 or 16, I started taking really good care of my records, and I started, just compiling a really nice collection of stuff. I have 6,000 CDs in my own collection. It would take like 2 hours to even begin to tell you, different artists I love. It started for me with the Beatles. I was 9 years old when they were on Ed Sullivan, and that just, that got me into the whole music scene, and I started collecting records at that point. And there's so many artists I love that, I love rock and classical and jazz and blues and just all kinds of different genres. Well, the Beatles have always kind of been my favorite band, but yeah, there's just, I love like Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel and Pink Floyd, and even some of the newer stuff. I like Death Cab for Cutie. I think they're a really good band. I have 2 younger daughters that are always turning me on to the newer music and the cool new bands that I probably wouldn't listen to if it wasn't for them. Well, I try to carry just everything I can. If you're looking, especially with vinyl, I try to carry all different genres and have a lot, everything from back, basically before the Beatles and all that British invasion stuff, and I have a lot of the new releases and different stuff, and a lot of bands that are popular today. I try to keep pretty much everything in stock. Oh sure, yeah, I buy, sell, and trade all the time. I'm looking for everything from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, everything on up. As long condition's pretty important, especially on vinyl. People that buy vinyl nowadays, they look at both sides under a bright light, and they make sure it's in really clean shape, and I totally understand that. Well, I'm on 118 West Market Street. I'm open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day but Sunday, directly across from Dave Tal Cadillac. It's convenient, lots of parking.